Oh, we don't get a transition at all. It just pops in. What is this, Legends Arceus? Okay, well, let's see here. I believe it. I believe it there. Alrighty, let's see here. What is the next mission we have here? Wait, can I actually check how many things there are? Progression log. Progress tracker. Stories, 65. So there's 3 missions left, I think, then? So we're almost done. Saucy Jack. So too late as usual. So we're almost there. We have 3 missions to do left. So probably like 2 regular missions and then like a final assassination mission. And then that's a DLC apart from like doing the side activities and stuff, I guess. I don't really feel like doing those. Is the case. So I may as well start telling my my other stories to tell. This is what I may as well do. Because like I'll probably take a little bit of a break from Assassin's Creed for a little while. And then, you know, we'll do Assassin's Creed Chronicles India in the near-ish future or something like that. Because it'll be short. It'll be one of those short playthroughs that I can do in like 1 to 2 sessions, you know. Oh yeah, don't the police hate me now? Whee! Up we go. Because yeah, I could do all the side stuff in this if I really wanted to, but I'm not having as much fun with it as I would with something like AC4 where I absolutely want 100% it. So, down we go. So I'm not going to do that when I can instead be spending time making progress through other more video games. Like Metal Gear, for example, and one day work up to playing Metal Gear Rising myself, you know? But yeah, I buy a new Nintendo Wii Nunchuck today because the motion controls in yours broke. Oh, that's not good. Jack's latest atrocity must be his last. Evie searches for anything the monster may have overlooked, anything that will help her bring an end to the Ripper's reign of terror. Okay.
Monster. You damn monster!
Oi! You're not allowed in here! Evie! Get a hold of yourself! Go, out!
Who is she? Tell me quickly.
Tell you? By what right? I am an officer of the law. I am not a member of your secret organization.
Listen to me. Jacob knows.
No, you listen to me. I cannot cover for you much longer. All the evidence points to your brother, your order, you. You need to deliver the Ripper's head on a spike soon, or I'm afraid there'll be nothing to stop my men from arresting you in his stead.
You'll have his head, even if it costs me mine.
A young unfortunate.
Mary Jane Kelly's murder scene. Oh.
Miss Kelly was found dead here.
Okay.
45 this morning.
Well,
Her throat had been cut.
yeah, I do look forward to playing that game.
Mutilated in a
So again, like, I could be going around doing all the side activities here, making this last longer, but I'd rather just get it done sooner and move on to other video games so we can get to stuff like that sooner, you know? So horrific, revolting, there are no words to describe the savagery displayed here, and that's just the name that's there. That's all that is. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Well. Kettle, it's still warm. I had no idea. Wow, that's crazy. Bloodstain has a straight edge on the side, suggesting that an object blocked the splatter. Does it have a straight edge on one side? Oh, that side right there. I see it now. So the door must have been partially closed. Gotcha. It's actually kind of cool what it does with the text. Oh, the door.
I can't make sense of these markings from this position.
There's blood on the door and a strange symbol that resembles the one above the body. The police must have moved the door when they arrived on the scene. You shouldn't be doing that. Use L to move the door to the correct position. There. That. There, I did it. Metal Gear, the next one, Metal Gear 2. We're doing them in order. We did the first one, so next we're doing 2. Is the case. Decipher Jack's message. I think it's called Snake's Revenge, and then we'll start, after that, we'll start the first Metal Gear Solid game. But I don't know what version of that I'm gonna do, because I've heard, like, mixed things about, like, which one's the best one to play. Once we do start Metal Gear Solid, we'll have the choice of, like, the original Metal Gear Solid, the GameCube remake, Twin Snakes, or the, I think there was a remake on another platform there. Yeah, I am gonna be going in order. I mean, there's, like, what, 7 or 8, something like that? So yeah, we'll do the second, and then we'll do Metal Gear Solid. I might try to gather some opinions on, like, which one I should do first. What do you mean, inspect?
What's
Oh,
this?
like that, okay.
Jack must have left these markings for me.
Illuminati confirmed.
Gift to you, Miss Fry. And
Oh, like that.
unless you do as Jack says.
Okay. Vote original. Want to see chunky PS1 era graphics? I mean, when I was talking to Sate, I think he was telling me that the GameCube remake of Twin Snakes wasn't the best, or something like that, but
What did you discover?
we'll see. I'll do some research online about what the best one to do might be. We shall see. You know that the gameplay of Metal Gear Rise is completely different. Yeah, it's a Platinum Games action game.
I would not lose you too.
If I do die, Inspector,
I know.
I will take the Ripper with me. Annie Chapman was murdered near a cemetery in Whitechapel.
Reach Annie Chapman's murder scene. Anyway, in terms of other stories to tell, again, since I do like talking about like current happenings on Assassin's Creed, what with it being like a long thing. This past weekend, I went to a TaeKwonDo testing of mine. I went to a retesting, to be more specific, because I've gone testing before. I just need to like actually pass the specific breakings that I need to do. And I told this story during Fire Emblem Warriors last night, but again, because, you know, how long Assassin's Creed is going on the channel, I figure I'll tell it today as well. So anyone who's seen this story before, apologies, but I'm going to tell it again. Hope you have an awesome rest of the day there, Plague Doctor. Take care there. So this past weekend, for the first time in several years, I went retesting for 3rd degree black belt in TaeKwonDo, which would be a really, really cool milestone to hit, considering when I first started training, that's what all my instructors were at, was 3rd degree black belt. Nowadays, they're at 4th degree, which is considered master, which would also be really cool to hit one day and is like a life goal of mine to one day achieve, but yeah, so I first started testing for 3rd degree black belt when I was 19 years old. And then I don't kill anyone, so I gotta make them all afeared, right? Wait, I don't necessarily need to not kill them, it's just an optional objective, right? Whatever, I'll do the fear bomb anyway. Wait, is this the fear bomb? This is the fear bomb. This is the fear bomb here. So yeah, first went testing for 3rd degree when I was 19, but then shortly after that I got injured, and I got stuck in physiotherapy for half a year, and gosh dang it, he's getting them to calm down. Whatever, I'm just gonna... Whoops, that's the wrong thing there. I'm just gonna kill then, is what I'm gonna do, I guess. Wait, this isn't killing, technically. Doing that technically doesn't kill. I mean... Is there any non-lethal thing that I can do here? If I just do that, then you'll just pass out eventually, right? Probably. But yeah, so my, left wrist and my right hip started causing me some issues. Yeah, it didn't count as killing. And I got stuck in physiotherapy for half a year. And then right when I started getting better, a little something called COVID started. So ever since, old blood tracer rippers for strike did not kill her outright. It was a deep wound that bled profusely. And I pinned this guy right to the freaking thing I needed to inspect. Wow. So yeah, that threw a bit of a wrench into the work. So ever since then, my training has been like very inconsistent. Was the case. Ripper wounded her again here. She lost a lot of blood, but the injuries were still not fatal. Jack let her flee only to hunt her down again and again, prolonging her agony. Where is the ring? Yeah, so there were times that the dojang was closed down. There was times that it was limited access and whatnot. But for about the past year, I've been trying to get into things pretty regularly. Footsteps. A footstep suggests that she turned around here, and given the amount of blood loss, she paused for a moment before fleeing again. Did she stop to face Jack or find some place to hide a clue? I don't know. Is this where the, no, I was about to say where the thing was thrown, maybe. But there have been some wrenches thrown into the works in terms of, you know, me trying to be in that actively. Like, late last year was, you know, when my Oppa had passed away, and I was trying to spend a lot of time with family and whatnot in wake of, you know, those recent events and such. And then early this year is when my aunt had passed away from cancer. I almost said from Casper, jeez. So I was trying to spend a bunch of time with family because of that as well, was a thing. So there's been, like, family stuff going on. There, I did the thing where Bob would not killing anyone, sweet. So I remember I'd gone up to my instructor, and it's a family-run business with the master of the dojang and his son, the head instructor, who's my instructor there. So this was thrown. How was this thrown? Like this? I don't know where it was thrown. I don't know where, but anyway, when I had brought that up to my instructor late last year of like, I want to get into a schedule here pretty soon, but like I can't right now because of I don't know. I don't know. But I can't right now because of like stuff going on in the family and such. And what he told me was, you know, you're one of our longest time students here. So, you know, any of the adult class or black belt class training days, if you want to come in and train, you know, just come in and train. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about like payment or a schedule for now. If you feel like coming in and train, just come in and train. Once you feel ready, we can work at a proper schedule later. So, you know, they're so nice to me there. No, there's no chain. I only have one location. There's two really big Taekwondo places in this city. There's my Taekwondo school, which is like a standalone thingamabob, and the other one, I don't want to say like the names of them, I don't want to dox myself, but the other one is one that has like a bunch of locations, but our master only has the one location because he very much wants to be like involved with the students and get to know them. He doesn't want to open like, you know, multiple locations and, you know, be disconnected from that whatnot. I guess there's some competition, but like our school and the one of the big chains of schools that's around the city are like our masters are like good friends, and we would have every year something called festival, which is basically like track and field but for Taekwondo students, and it would be with our school and this chain of like other schools that's run by this other master. So, you know, they're good pals and whatnot, essentially. I don't know about like the other independently run Taekwondo schools around the city. I don't know what the situation with them is, but I know that with our school and with our master and this other master in the city that runs like a chain, I know that they're tight at least. Yeah, it's a collaboration event and a way to like get to know the other schools. I have honestly no idea what this game wants from me right now. I genuinely have no idea. I don't know how to back out of this or anything. I straight up have no idea what to do. But yeah, so I'm very grateful to them for their kindness and whatnot. And in recent months is when I've actually been trying to get like back into like proper training again, like on a schedule. And when I brought that up to my instructor, he what he told me was make 4 consecutive classes. Then we can talk about putting you on a schedule. For now, just keep on coming to training when you feel like coming to training, and don't worry about payment. But once you make 4 consecutive classes, then we can talk about putting you on a schedule if you like. It's like, my heart, they're so freaking kind to me. It's crazy. My instructor being the one that also said to express some gratitude to you, Guzma, for your crazy donation during that 24-hour charity stream that the Dojang usually fundraises for. Larch. Same person there. I genuinely have no idea what the game wants from me right now. But yeah, well, it wasn't for the Dojang, it was for the charity that the Dojang usually fundraises for. Is the thing. Like, if you go to Larch, I guess it's no secret, you know. I was just saying about, like, not revealing personal information of doxing myself, but I guess anyone who tuned into the 24-hour charity stream already knows that it's Larch Edmonton. And then, if you go to, like, the Larch Edmonton donate page, one of the options for, like, why you're doing it is on behalf of Hong Park Taekwondo. So, like, you know, they are affiliated and, you know, work with one another like that. What with, you know, our Dojang helping fundraise for them on an annual basis, but, you know, different places. Yeah, there was a thing there. I didn't mention that just now because I was like, wait, did I mention that or not? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, he was the one that gave me a thing to send to you after that. So yeah, very, very generous person there. And again, the box is still right there. I'm waiting for some things to wrap up getting 3D printed before I send it out. But there's that. What does the game want from me right now? Actually, yeah, I think that was one of the days that you were feeling really down, and I was, you know, mentioning that to you to help pick you up and whatnot. I think is what it was. I genuinely have no idea what the game wants from me. But yeah, so I've been trying to come in on a schedule, and I've been trying to, like, get back my old physical abilities, because, you know, it had been 3 years since I had gone testing for 3rd-degree black belt. And the things I needed to do were just my breakings, which are scissor roundhouse kick, which is 3 kicks in midair. The first being a scissor kick, so side kick to the right, front snap kick to the left, both at the same time, and then a roundhouse kick at the end. Of which I broke like a different 2 of 3 every time, so I know I can do it, I just gotta get it right. And then power back kick, where you gotta break a stack of 6 boards with a kick. This was just like the front board, so how thick is 6 anyway? Let's see here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and I got 5 out of 6. I don't know how that's even possible. Because usually you either break, like, all, none, or, like, the back 1 to 2 is the thing. So, I don't know how it was possible. So this thick here, this is like my freaking head almost, essentially, is what this is. So somehow, I got 5 out of 6 of this. So, at least it shows me that I can do it. I don't know what kind of uber bad luck I had to do that. Say the final lifespan, the final achievement takes a whole lifespan to complete. I think you were asking me what, like, the highest rank is. And I remember looking it up once, and it was 10th degree. So, I'm testing for 3rd degree. 4th degree is considered master, which would already be a massive life achievement. 8th degree is considered grandmaster. And apparently 10th degree is something that has only been, like, given after death in, like, a few specific cases in history or something like that. So, you literally can't even get it in life, at least the last time that I googled it. The master of our dojang is a 8th degree, a grandmaster. Wow, let's put those boards back down there. I'm straight up gonna Google this. Because I am so lost. I'm gonna go to YouTube, I'm gonna find what someone does. Because the game has literally locked me here until I find whatever the correct trajectory is. Without, like, any hints about what I should be doing here. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Jack the Ripper. Find the correct trajectory. I'm just gonna look up on YouTube. But yeah. Is that a thing with the title of Saint? I was not aware. So yeah, the highest rank that there is apparently 10th degree, but like the highest rank that's like achievable is either like 8th or 9th, I guess. So hold on, let's see here. Let's look at this video here. Did I skip ahead too far? Hold on. It says Catherine Edo's murder scene. I'm on, what am I on? Annie Chapman's murder scene. Let's see here. Annie Chapman's murder scene is what I'm gonna look up. Investigate Annie Chapman's murder scene. Here's a video from 6 years ago. Crazy to think this came out 6 years ago. Holy crap. So let's see here. They deal with all the guards. I'll skip through with them dealing all the guards. Alright, and then the trajectory. What do? They do... What? They look around for a little bit. Wait. Apparently, the game just keeps you locked here forever until you set a trajectory that looks like this. Cool. I guess you just had to inspect like every pixel until you found that one, huh? Or guess that bloodstain there. I guess the bloodstain's supposed to be the hint. Yeah, you know any famous people who are given the 10th rank? Nope. I only just knew it from Googling what the highest rank was randomly one day. I mean, you can Google it if you want. I mean, know what you find if you want to. I only, like, briefly Googled it one day out of curiosity, honestly. I wouldn't know. Some of these birds are floating. What? What? Okay. Follow the bird. Inspect. Inspect the bird nests. Can I jump for it, please? Inspect.
Jack wanted to be sure I'd find these rings.
Found it. The raven has left the ring in its nest. Okay. So yeah, 10th is not really feasible, let's say. So I'm gonna have to go down there for that. My goal is to one day hit 4th. Like, 4th would already be like an insane life achievement hitting master, you know? I hope to one day hit 4th. That's my goal. Okay. So, like here, right? Whoa. Why is it move? Don't know why it moved my camera like that.
Cannot protect its own.
This message was intended first for my brother. Catherine Eddowes was murdered in a small square close to the train tracks.
Is the master currently at 8th? Over this way we go. This way we go. Come on, up. Why is it not letting me go up? It just didn't want me going up at that specific spot. For whatever reason. When I first started training, he was, when I first started training at the dojang, he was 7th. But during the past couple decades I've been training there, sometime along the ways he managed to reach his 8th. Is the thing. Yeah, it is pretty neato. I have a whole lot of respect for him, like, not just for that, but just who he is as a person as well. Believing so strongly in, like, giving back to the community and whatnot, and helping support people. Like, one of the things that's really cool about the dojang there is that what their policy is like, you know, if you can pay for your training, then, you know, great, you can pay for your training. But if you're in a bit of a harder situation and whatnot, and you can't afford to pay for training but would like training, then it's just like, pay what you can and don't worry about it. He believes very strongly that nobody should be denied training just because they can't afford it. So that's something that's really cool about the Dojang there. It's like, you know, it is a business and they do have to be turning a profit at the end of the day, but it's not, you know, the reason why he's running that. They're running it because he adores Taekwondo and adores like teaching it and helping support the community and whatnot. So having that be the priority over profits is, you know, a very clear thing in how they handle the business there, and I think that that's something really admirable. But yeah, they have a huge ceremony for those who end up getting the higher ranks. At every there's a special black belt presentation for anyone who reaches like their next degree, at least. So like anyone who reaches like their first degree black belt, so like their first black belt or second degree or third degree, there'll be like a special presentation where you go up there and like take off your old belt and put on like the new one and whatnot. There might be a special thing about for 4th degree, since 4th degree is master. I think, because, you know, that's the kind of thing that you don't see a lot of people getting, like, super often. So I think when, one of my pals there wound up getting his 4th degree, like, a couple of years ago, something like that, I think that there was, like, a special celebration for that. I believe it's been a little while there. But yeah, wish you could have trained there once, learned karate way back when, but couldn't afford it, so I just stopped not even a few months after starting. Yeah, that's the way that it unfortunately is for a lot of people, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why they, you know, have that policy that they do there, because they're, you know, they know that there are a lot of people that find themselves in that kind of situation where they want to continue, but might not be able to afford to do so. So, there's that. And it's like, it was at a YMCA too as well, huh? So that was like a super big organization then, rather than a small family-run thing there. Yeah, like I've been training for free there for like several months now, was the thing. Because as I was saying earlier, when I was talking about getting into like a proper schedule and whatnot, but not being ready to do that, and, you know, my instructor had just told me like, oh, you're one of our longest time students, so just come in and train when you feel like training, free of charge, don't worry about paying, don't worry about a schedule for now, and then once you're ready to get back into a proper schedule again, you know, can go ahead and do that and whatnot. And then more recently, when I was talking to him about you know, getting into a schedule properly, and you know, being like, oh, can I start paying for my classes again, and, you know, put myself officially on a schedule, how, you know, he initially turned me down and said make four consecutive classes first, and then we can talk. So, ruh-roh. Gosh diggity darn it. I can just scare them off though, right, with the spikes? So yeah, super generous there. And I've also, my little cousins used to be in TaeKwonDo as well. They haven't had, like, the best of family situations growing up and whatnot. So I actually was a kind of motivating factor to get them into TaeKwonDo, and, like, an advocate for getting them into TaeKwonDo a while back. And it was something that it seemed like really helped them for a while they were in it. But ever since COVID times, they haven't been in it since then. But maybe in the near future, maybe I can convince them to go back into it again at some point. When I've talked to my instructor about it, about the kiddos, he's told me, like, if money is the issue for them not coming here, you know, they can come in without having to worry about, you know, payment, since they never want to deny anybody because they can't pay. I don't think that that's the I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just like other life stuff going on. But maybe they'd be able to get back into it one day, because that'd be really cool. I think it'd be something really really helpful for them. But yeah, kind of like Boy Scouts, except you pay a yearly fee if you want to be active, even if it's somewhat active, huh? So you can just stop by if you want to, if it's something infrequent, but if you're active, then it's paying there. Oh no.
Her assassin ring must be here somewhere.
Find where the ring was thrown. Oh no. So where am I throwing this from? I'm throwing this from up there. That guy's still running. I just saw him for a hot second there. This away we go. So what the heck? But yeah, so I have to pay the yearly fee just so that you have you registered back into the system. Huh. I've never been in anything like that before, so I wouldn't know. I've been in swim classes before, I've been in TaeKwonDo, and that's about it. What the heck? What do you mean inspect? I have no prompt to inspect. This is just throwing a bomb. When close to the victim's footsteps, press LT to display the trajectory and then R to adjust it. So is it here? I don't see like a blood splatter anywhere out there that I can bounce this off of.
Jack must have left her assassin's ring here somewhere. Her assassin ring must be here somewhere.
I'm trying my best to figure it out. I think this is really dumb. Is this the bomb right now? It is the bomb. So it's not even the true trajectory thing. So what the heck even? It says to inspect here. But like, a few years ago, retaking an adult training survey, mostly because some adults can be very suspicious when it comes to Boy Scouts. So I want to make sure you don't have that kind of intent. Yeah. It's understandable there. What the heck even? I'm genuinely so confused right now. It says to inspect here, but I don't get any prompt when I'm here. I'm so confused right now. I'm genuinely so confused. This is so dumb. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. So it just says find where and when the ring was thrown. I don't know whose thingamabob I'm inspecting now, though. Is the thing. If I just look up Jack the Ripper full game. Or like full game walkthrough. There's a 2-hour, 40-minute one. No commentary. Let's see here. So if I skip ahead a bunch. There's murdering that guard. There's that bit playing as Jack. Saucy Jack. Here's the Annie Chapman one that we did before. So we're at Catherine Eddowes now. Okay, so I'll skip ahead a whole bunch. Almost failed it once, but a lot of the question had to do with what you would do in this situation if this thing happened. A lot of questions seems like what's the absolute right thing to do rather than a personal right thing. What does that entail there? Like if you're gonna make sacrifice in some situations, like one's own personal morality? What does that entail? Alright, let's skip ahead a whole bunch. Skip ahead a whole bunch here. So this person finds all the clues. They don't attack the guards. I mean, I just scared off the guards and stuff. Okay, inspect the last clue. So they have trouble going up to the inspect thing as well. Yeah, to the point that they jump cut the video because they couldn't figure it out. So, oh. Apparently you don't actually go and inspect where it says inspect because that makes sense. Apparently you like come here and then you like do this to see over there or something. What? Inspect. What? This is so dumb. When we spoke around the edges, it's going to require a closer look. One question you remember said what would you do if you saw bullying, and some of the options were try to break up the argument, and another one was find another adult and then break up the argument. This is so dumb. Here, let me just switch back to my stream manager real quick. But yeah, some things that might be up to interpretation there.
2 of Jacob's initiates.
I just try to break it up on the spot myself. What is the correct answer? Like, find another adult. What is this guy doing? Cypher Jack's message. It's so dumb. So dumb. Why is my camera being so weird?
How many more must die before you see the truth? P.S. Your brother didn't listen, so I gave him a double lesson. Your creed failed.
Whoa.
As it failed mine.
Gotcha there. This guy just can't stop jumping back and forth.
That's where he's leading me. For Jack, only his mother's death counts as murder.
The latter was the correct choice, huh? Yeah, what I would have just done on the spot was, you know, do it right there. That's what I would have done, but that's just me. But yeah, anyway, in regards to TaeKwonDo, this past testing was a little bit of a disappointment, what with, you know, being stuck on this thing for 3 years, and I was hoping that I'd finally be able to pass this testing and finally get, like, this massive roadblock and, like, phase of my life done with, since I started testing for 3rd degree black belt when I was 19, and I'm now 23, is the thing. So, you know, some time has passed.
What?
Oh no! Oh no! But I know that I can do it, so that's the upside. Especially being able to do it after all this time, and, like, you know, getting back to training and whatnot. So there is some good news to be taken in it.
I was born here, survived the madhouse, and learned from the best, until he betrayed me. Come test your creed against mine.
Run? I think it's monthly. I believe.
The murder of Jack's mother
you
marks
mean?
the day that the Ripper was born.
Yeah, I'm trying not to push myself
Blames
too
my
much.
brother. Blames
It's also
Creed
worth
for
noting that I felt like a little bit of pain in my problematic left wrist. Kill Jack. When I was, because I was volunteering helping out with the testing when I wasn't actually going for my own breakings myself, so I was, like, holding boards for people and whatnot. And during some of the holdings, when I was holding boards, like, here's a half. I don't have a full board on me right now. But some of the holdings where you'd hold a board like that for someone to break with my wrist bent back like that. If they just snap right through and break it, it's not too bad. But the problem with my left wrist is when it's, you know, bent back like that. So some of the times when someone would, like, plant their foot on it and then just, like, push like that rather than snapping through the board, that would hurt and get my wrist to flare up. So I'm starting to wonder if I should ask, like, not to do those kinds of holdings at testings anymore, because it is a little bit of a problem. Maybe I'll try it out one more time in the future and see if it still gives me problems, because yeah, that was a little bit concerning after that caused me a little bit of pain. But yeah, so there was that. I mean, they are pretty solid boards, but yeah, so there was that. So in terms of other testing thingamabobs, I was a little bit worried about my wrist there, but it's not that big of a concern. I don't know. Yeah, I have work in school too. I'm on summer right now from university, so I'm working. I haven't been working for the past couple days though, because they thought they had more work for me than they did, and they have to set up a database a specific way for me to work on it, and it's not set up yet. So I'll probably go in on Thursday this week, but that might be my only day that I'm actually in at work. I mean, I have, like, some stuff that I can work on it from home as well, like, you know, my data over there right by the box to ship out, for example. I do have, like, smidges of stuff that I can do for a different study at home. I'm trying to work full-time, but what it comes down to is if they have, like, work for me there, you know, and that'll depend on if they can set things up in time. But yeah, I am trying to be working full-time, but it depends.
The madhouse. Lambeth Asylum. Jack lures me through the looking glass.
Okay, well, we did the thing. And, well, they weren't making me do it knowing that it would cause me pain, was the thing. Whoa! Started doing a splits there. My goodness gracious. I can probably get some skills, most likely. Anyway, yeah, I was volunteering there. It's not like they weren't making me do it. Like, you don't have to volunteer, come and help out at testings. I would just do it because, you know, you help pay it forward, because I know that when I was testing and younger and whatnot, there were always those volunteering and helping out my testings to help them go smoothly and whatnot. Whole boards for me, so I'm just, you know, paying it forward and whatnot. Is the case there. I have a lot of skill points, apparently. Wow. 21 of them, it seems like. But, so if I just told them, like, I don't think I can hold boards like this because of wrist pain, they'd probably be like, okay. You can, we can have you not do that then. Be seen from a greater distance. Gain health by performing brutal takedowns. Impaled enemies take more time to collapse. Their screams will last longer. Your sound emitted by the fear bomb is bigger. When you use a spike on an enemy, you have a better chance of looting it on that enemy. A calm enemy will become anxious if he sees a frightened enemy. Sure, let's do this. But yeah, working full time is alright, been a pain in your butt. Yeah, that's what it sounds like there. Working hard too because you really like the job and want to keep it, and they know that, and they're enthused about it, but they're not enthused whenever you're not perfect and make a lot of mistakes because you believe you there's a lot that goes on. I definitely know that, you know, work as a chef could get really busy there. I'm sure that you'll get, like, better and better at it as time goes on as well. Will be the case, sure. I'll do this. Yeah, look, I'm literally Xenoblade 2 Nia. It's crazy. Sure, we can leave it at that for now. is what we can do. So I think there's just like the 2 missions left, right? And then we beat this. It's like, yeah, there's 2 missions left. Also, it was interesting. After every black belt testing, there's always a Korean dinner that goes on. The master always brings us to a Korean restaurant. And whatnot for, you know, anyone that was testing that wants to come along, or like the volunteers and whatnot. A treat on him and whatnot. And so we went to this Korean restaurant and such, and you know, one of the people I've trained with there for a long time. He's the person I was mentioning before that semi-recently got his 4th degree after being stumped on that testing for a long time. And you know, there's a lot of oh, I guess I'm going all the way down. In the black belt classes, I feel like it's mostly high school students, because most people will like quit TaeKwonDo after they're done with high school and go on and do other stuff. Well, either quit after black belt or quit after high school. So I'm surrounded by like a bunch of high school students. I'm like one of the few college students in class. So this pal of mine who I have like a lot of respect for there. He's a very frequent training buddy of mine. He's like in his mid-30s, something like that. And you know, I'm the closest one in the class to his age, so we're always like pairing off for like training and whatnot, and you know, we have a lot of respect for each other. We don't actually even call each other by our first names. We call each other by like Mr. and then last name is a thing. So we each have, you know, a lot of respect for each other and whatnot. But anyway, I haven't seen him training ever since COVID started, but he still comes in and like trains sometimes on the weekends here and there. Or some of the Wednesday Kichun classes I hear, which are like holding really painful stances. And it's really painful, but you know, really good. But anyway, I was catching up with him after not seeing him for a long time. And after getting from like one subject to another, I found out that he actually does some gaming stuff on the side as well, on a PlayStation, I believe it is. Like, not gaming, you know, as much as I do, but a decent bit of gaming on the side as a hobby, it seems like. So, we were the last 2 to leave the restaurant because we freaking literally talked about video games until the place closed. So that was a pleasant surprise. One of the things that he had recently picked up was Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection, and it was his first time trying Assassin's Creed. So we started talking about Assassin's Creed, and he was talking about, you know, there was some stuff that he liked about, some stuff that I didn't like, so he was asking me, like, what some of the later games were like and how it had changed, and I talked a bit about that. And I told him if he wants, like, the best Assassin's Creed game, pick up Assassin's Creed 4, because that's where it's at. In fact, you know, when I was showing the Discord server, the private Discord server that I used to send myself stuff, and I mentioned that there was a clip in there of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that I was sending to myself to have it on my phone. Yeah, it was to send it to him in a text, because I talked about the hammer glitch and whatnot. So, yeah, that was interesting. That was fun there. Yeah, you're still learning compared to a lot of other people, and their excuse that you've been working there for almost half a year now, so you shouldn't be making any mistakes at all. I know that it's a really busy position there, though, as a chef. As long as you're making, like, steady progress toward learning, I'd say, like, you know, don't stress about it too much. And whatnot. The hammer glitch? Yeah, have the freaking, the thing. Oh, I still have the picture of the Mercury pulled up there. The this. Hold on. The this.
Hammer Ezio.
This. Right here. Whoa, I went a bit too far.
Serial killer. Whoa!
Okay, I'll go back a little bit. This right here.
What the heck is happening?
Is the hammer glitch.
Achievement serial killer.
And it's so funny to me. It happened to me like 4 times in the Brotherhood playthrough. It was so funny.
Hold on.
I don't think you were around the stream at that point, Goose, but this was, you know, this was a few years ago. But yeah, that's the hammer glitch. So I was telling him about that. So I told him that if he does beat Assassin's Creed 2, the one that he's currently on, and he gets to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I told him to steal a enemy's hammer and see if he can pull off the hammer glitch. I did have that in the Funny Moments compilation. What do you mean I didn't have it? I did. It was one of the main clips. I have a Funny Moments compilation for every single Assassin's Creed game. If you watch the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood one, it'll be there. That's the thing. But yeah, Head Chef actually asked you recently if you played video games and you told him not often anymore, but you used to. Knew it looked familiar. Oh, you're saying, didn't you have that in the thing? Not you didn't have that in the thing. I read my words wrong. I apologize. Sorry about that. Words are hard. You know how it is. Jack prepares for Evie's arrival and eliminates the members of the medical staff with a living memory of his interment at Lambeth Asylum as a boy. So is this another one where he plays Jack? That cart is gone. Okay.